Before you can prove what you're made of, you have to be stripped down to the basics. In episode 1, we did exactly that. We defined the standard and trained the body to find the strength to keep going when things got uncomfortable. In episode 2, we trained the mind, special skills, and staying calm under pressure. But training is not the same as proving. The real pressure comes when the controlled environment disappears. Welcome to episode 3. This is The Forge. No coach, no easy path, no clear answer. Nothing but the Arizona desert, the mission, and the one question that everybody eventually has to face. What do you do when no one is coming to save you?
Today, Robert enters the final stress test. In basic training, the trainees go through a culminating training exercise called the Forge. They take everything that they've learned through basic training to test their abilities to succeed. Today, Robert is going to go through a modified version of the Forge, and we're going to use an acronym to help us with today's test. Find, orient, route, guard, and extract. In the Army, soldiers are trained to move through the unknown. Through land navigation, they learn how to read terrain, trust a map, follow a compass, and make decisions when the path is not obvious. Then, in field training exercises, those skills are tested under pressure. That's the inspiration for today's exercise. Now, this is not a recreation of official Army training. This is a challenge built on the same principle. You don't know what you know until it's proven under pressure.
This is what the series has been building towards. Not pretending to be a soldier and not recreating official military training, but learning from the mindset. Choosing to move through the world with more grit, confidence, and skill. The very things you rely on when the going gets tough. The A-11 was built for people who had to stay useful in the face of fear and pressure. This series is dedicated to those men and women who decided that quitting was never an option. Through pain, sacrifice, and a hell of a lot of guts, they kept moving forward, and so do we. Because pressure doesn't create the standard. It reveals whether you can live up to it.
Robert, today is a day where everything you've trained for comes into play. Your physical endurance, your ability to stay calm, and problem solving under stress. You're going to be dropped in an unknown location and given only the essentials, including a map with your extraction point and a few other key locations. Today's mission is to identify your current location, figure out a route, and make it to your extraction point. I'll be at our base camp and reachable in case there's any emergencies. However, pay attention to see if I contact you to see if there's any information I relay your way. The only reasons you should contact me is if you have an emergency or if you fail and choose to abandon the Forge. Got it?
Got it.
Welcome to the Forge.
That's a great way to make that sound fun.
That's what I'm here for.
And now, it was time for my final test.
All right, guys. Well, just hit the drop-off point here in the Arizona desert. Right now it's time to kind of figure out where I am, first off, and then where I'm going and how I'm even going to get there.
Now, the first thing Robert needs to do is figure out where he is. You can have the best map in the world, but if you can't figure out where you are, then it doesn't help. In land navigation, the first mistake is usually moving too soon. So the first test isn't going to be speed, but it's awareness. Before Robert can worry about his speed, he needs to establish his starting point. So that means being able to recognize the terrain, identifying noticeable features, and matching the map to the real world around him.
All right, so based on the topography on the map and what I'm seeing out here, I was able to kind of figure out, or at least close to where I'm at. So now I need to plot my azimuth so that way I can actually figure out my direction of travel.
Next, Robert will route. The shortest path isn't always going to be the smartest one. Robert needs to choose an azimuth that gets him to extraction without moving through enemy territory or risking his safety. In survival, every choice is going to cost something. It's going to be up to Robert to decide which costs are worth it.
Now that I got my azimuth laid out and I know my direction of travel, there's some known enemy territories. There's a couple spots on this map that are unknown territories. So we don't know if they're friendly. We don't know if they're enemy. I'm going to adjust my path to kind of go through unknown territory B. I don't know quite what's there, but going through the unknown right now sounds a little bit better than going through known enemy territory. All right, and now that I got all that laid out, let's go ahead and get it rock and rolling.
After figuring out my location and deciding on a route, I estimated I had about a 15-mile trek from drop-off to extraction. Through the loose rocky terrain, unforgiving desert, and 100+ degree weather, I was gonna need to travel smart.
Whew. All right, well, I hear the river, so that means some really good news and some bad news. Good news is I'm at my halfway point. Bad news is it's time to get wet.
Knowing I was about halfway there gave me the motivation I needed to keep going.
Okay, so now that I'm here at the river, I gotta get from this side to that side. I could go around, but that's gonna add way too much unnecessary time and way too much distance. So I'm gonna get from here to there. I'll take it slow, keeping my gear secure and try not to do anything stupid. And that's my official Forge motto, copyright impending.
After quickly assessing my entry point, the water wasn't more than knee level deep. However, the current ended up being much stronger than I anticipated. I had to fight to keep my footing, or else the river was going to carry me way off track into unknown waters. Not only could that throw me way off route, but that could put me in some serious danger. Now that I was in the home stretch, I was more pumped than ever to finally make it to extraction.
Okay, well, this is the first time that I've had the opportunity to kind of take a little bit of a break. I am exhausted. So I'm gonna take this moment, relax for a second, and try and dry off just a tad. This is the first time that I'm able to actually kind of like sit down and rest and reflect about just this whole experience and all that I've done to kind of like get here to this moment. And it has been very rewarding, and I'm so thankful that I am at this halfway mark. It's given me the opportunity to not just reflect on the discomfort of this experience, but really why I'm doing this. It's been great to test my body in a real world experience in a way that kind of shows you what you're capable of. But the true essence of the indomitable spirit isn't just how far you can push your body or your mind. It's really about finding your purpose. Throughout this whole journey, the A-11 has definitely been a great sidekick to have, but in its own way, it is the hero. Throughout this whole journey, I never thought that I could quit. All the hard things that we have done, there have been plenty of times where I really wanted to. But then I really stopped and thought about the weight on my wrist and the legacy that it carries. Many men and women throughout the history of the United States military have been burdened with impossible missions in service of something way greater than themselves. They were carrying real missions, real pressure, and real consequences. But wearing the watch reminds me of that purpose. And it really does remind me that quitting is never an option. And I'm proud as hell to be here doing it. Now that I've had some time to dry off, I still got a few more miles to cover. So let's go ahead and start walking.
All right, so it looks like Rob had ventured into unknown territory. Let's add another element of pressure and see how he responds.
Come in.
Rob, do you copy?
Copy.
Our recon team has informed me that we have new information on unknown territory B,
It looks like it may be unfriendly.
and they have drones patrolling the area.
Well, it happens to be, I'm passing through that territory right now.
Well, fate is funny that way. Use your special skills.
And land nav training to get through the area. They're patrolling a 2-mile radius,
So if you can make it another mile in the direction of your azimuth, you'll be in the clear.
Copy that. All right, now that I'm in enemy territory, I gotta start keeping a couple things in mind. One, I gotta be quiet. Two, I gotta make sure that I'm consistently looking for cover and listening for any potential drones in the area. So let's go ahead, let's keep it moving. And the quicker I get out of here, the better things are gonna be for me. Shit, I think I hear one. I'm gonna have to go find some cover.
This is the part of the exercise where it becomes more than navigation, it becomes about survival. Robert isn't just trying to get somewhere, he's trying to get there undetected.
So the drones they're gone. I heard them kind of go away, but I hear Simon out in the distance looking for me. So I know for a fact I gotta stay hidden, because if I don't, then this is all over.
Alright, Rob, you're in enemy territory. Stay hidden. But if you get caught, this experiment is over and you failed.
All right, well, now that he's gone, that was a nice little, I don't know, about 15 minutes in the shade. So now I gotta be cautious and keep moving. I got about another half mile until I'm out of this enemy territory, and then it's the home stretch, so let's keep going.
All right, so I just did a quick map check, and it looks like this hill behind me is the last thing that I have before I get to extraction. So let's go ahead and get it done. Now that I was in the home stretch, I was more pumped than ever to finally make it to extraction. All right, so I'm in the home stretch here, because what I'm looking down at this nice little path down here, and that's looking like the extraction spot right about there. So I know we're getting close. Let's finish it up. All right, making my way down here. This is some dangerous terrain here. It's really steep. There's not a whole lot of actual things to kind of help you keep your footing. So you don't put your foot in the right spot. Okay. And that is what happens when you let your guard down and stop paying attention to your surroundings. But you gotta keep moving, finish strong. Okay. I am so happy for that to be done. The last hurdle, even though it might not look that bad, it's always one of the worst, just because it's that last little bump before you get to the end. But I know on the other side of these bushes is my extraction, so I'm gonna keep pushing on. We're gonna finish her out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I think that's actually him. Come on, Rob, let's go.
Holy shit. I knew it. I knew I heard the road right here. I am so glad. This is
Let's
the
go,
last
Rob.
bit.
Almost there. Come on.
Okay, almost done. Let's get it. Let's take it
Finish
home.
on. Come on, hurry up. There you go. You made it to extraction. Wow, good to see you, man.
Hey,
Hey, I'm so proud of you.
thank you. Oh man.
How do you feel?
Oh, tired.
You took the skills that we taught you and you applied it and you made it to extraction.
Heck yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. I'm leaving this experience completely changed. This series showed me that pressure isn't just one big dramatic moment. Sometimes it's simply just being hot, tired, and uncomfortable, and still having to choose the next right step. The A-11 wasn't built for perfect conditions. It was built for people who had to keep going when things were unclear and uncomfortable. Wearing it through this series, it became more than just a watch. It became a reminder. Stay useful, stay calm, and keep moving, because it isn't about being the toughest guy in the room, the strongest, the smartest, the best. It's about taking life one moment at a time, knowing that no matter what the next moment has in store, quitting isn't an option. That is proven under pressure. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and please make sure to follow us so that way we can keep putting more kick-ass content together like this for you guys to show you how this A-11 stacks up.